Hi everyone, so welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Paperback Podcaster. This is week 1, day 7. So, today's lesson and sharing is on qualifications. You know, I'm sure a number of you come from countries where qualifications, especially a good degree, matters a lot in your career and in how far you can get in life. But today my topic is not so much about how far qualifications can lead you to, or where does it lead you to. Today, I'm going to share with you my point of view about the importance of qualifications, right? And I hope that this will be informative to you, right? So, some years ago, I was a hiring manager. I was involved in a recruitment committee within my company, where my role was assessing whether the potential hire would fit our expenditure budget, right? And often, uh, I would not only look at whether the salaries expected by these candidates, whether the salaries would fit our expenditure budget, right? So that's what I do. However, my scope of work tended to extend beyond financial figures. I also have to question things such as whether the potential hire is justifiable based on his or her experience and background, and in relation to his or her salary expectations, right? After all, salary expectation must correlate with experience and background. I have to say that experience and background were very critical. In fact, even today, if I'm a hiring manager, I would still think that these are critical. Still, these are not the primary factors in consideration. In fact, as a hiring manager, I would think that these are important, but not the only important things. Well, to me, more important also is the personal values and aptitude for the job. Why? Why should personal values be so important? Let me give you an example. You can hire a chef who cannot cook, but spends every evening trying to improve and become better. He shows great tenacity and character in wanting to improve. Great. You know that he'll get better over time. Or you can choose to hire a chef who already has some Michelin stars to his resume, but he has no drive to become better. He comes to work, yes, he does his job well, but he doesn't improve, right? So who would you prefer? Someone who has drive to improve but not that good today? Or would you prefer to have someone very good in what he does but he has no drive? So in the process of selection of candidates, I was never really that interested in talented people. Of course, yes, it is a bonus to have talented people, and then but it is still the right attitude and aptitude which matters. Hire someone good but without the right character. What happens next? Well, you have to find a way to get rid of him or her, because without the right attitude, this person is going to give you lots of problems. Now, compare this. What happens if you have someone without much qualifications? What happens if you have less qualified candidates, but they have the aptitude? They have that can-do attitude, and you know that they can do better over time, right? So you know what? As a hiring manager, the most ideal thing that I would like to have in a candidate is experience, qualifications, aptitude, attitude, and experience, great background. I hope to have everything. But you know what? In life, you can't have everything, right? So, which brings to a very important thing, that is, if you were to look at what we can do without, actually, the one thing that you really can't do without in hiring someone is getting people with good personal values, right? So, a very important value. As an employer and also hiring manager, integrity is also a key consideration, right? And I consider integrity as a part of personal values. There's no point in hiring someone with the best written resume but lack integrity. So what? You have a resume that you know that can win Oscar awards, but hey, the person behind it has no integrity, has no good values. What for, right? A person without integrity leads to another problem. You can't trust him to do the work. how could you trust him? No matter how highly qualified he is, the lack of integrity means that you can't even trust that person to do the work, right? Ultimately, you have to empower employees to do work on their own. In this certain country where I come from, one foreign company, you know, happened to be located in this country where I'm from, and they have a representative that told me this. He said this about the people in my country. He said this: the people in your country can be trusted to do work without supervision, and you can trust them to do it properly. When I heard that, I felt quite good, because it means that after all, the people in my country will likely be able to find a job still, at least, even though in the global economy is getting more and more difficult and challenging to find a job. Okay, anyway, that says it all. How can integrity not be an important criteria in the recruitment process, right? You need that. That is an important criteria that you can't do without, no matter how highly qualified the candidate is. Well, let me quote you another story that happened not long ago, um, or going to be very long ago in time to come. My HR manager and I were hiring an accountant. We shortlisted this young chap, and this young chap happened to be working with, uh, at that time, happened to be working with a very established automotive dealership. Right? We were very impressed with his resume. Right? So we wanted to interview him, and we thought that we could not have found a better candidate. So we got him in, and then we talked to him, and you know what? I was very inquisitive, and I'm not the typical kind of interviewer, that I don't have a fixed list of questions. I ask just about anything that I come across, and I think that these of interest. Then I start to ask these things. So I'm very unpredictable. I ask quite a number of things uh, that not many people would have anticipated. Anyway, so during the interview, certain things were uncovered. We realized that he was not very honest about how he obtained his degree. How do we know? How did we know? Well, the thing was that when we actually asked him about the university he graduated from, he could not even remember. Whoa, he can't even remember. What kind of person is he? Right? You know what? You spent 3 years to 4 years studying for a degree. How can you not remember which university you graduated from? Right? And especially for his case, we found it very hard to believe. Back to my earlier point, what's the point of hiring such people with dubious backgrounds and such people without integrity? Questionable integrity, in fact. So, the lesson today, which I like to share, is hiring was a role that taught me many things. It taught me about, especially how to look at people, how to appraise people. And one important lesson I learned was that you cannot underestimate the importance of good personal values, especially integrity and honesty. You can't understate these, you know. You can't, right? You do not need to be concerned about less qualified people applying for the job, right? It's fine, so long as they are driven. However, you have to be very concerned about qualified and dishonest people, because even if they are highly qualified but they're dishonest, there will come a time where they may even cheat on you, right? They may cheat their employers. How would you know? Aptitude and attitude matters a lot. These matter above all. You can't discount these in your hiring process and assessment processes. So, and to be able to identify and appreciate this over a 30-minute to 1 hour interview is a very challenging process. I speak with experience. Assessing the quality of a person is an art, and this art is one where you only get better with experience and over time, right? Which, even today I think I'm still learning, that about how to appraise a person, how to, be able to appreciate the quality of a person's character. Not that easy, but you know what? In life, these are things that we have to do, especially when you are going to have your own business, or when you get promoted, you go into management level. You need to be able to identify the people that you want to work with. You know what? You want to work with people that you can trust and people that you enjoy working with. Remember what Warren Buffett said? Exactly. He enjoyed working with people that he admired, and he likes to be associated with people that he admires. So I hope that this shares with you, my point of view about good values, and recently I have came across a number of instances where people, they're looking for employees and they complain to me about candidates not being highly qualified or not qualified enough. I find that it's tragic, because these people fail to realize the importance of personal attributes of integrity, honesty, and tenacity, right? These are really important, right? Because qualifications only show one aspect of a person. It is the attitude, aptitudes, and the various personal qualities of a person that go beyond the qualifications. So, yeah, but well, you know what, it's unfortunate that there are some people who insist on placing such great weight on qualifications. Right? Personally, I'm quite highly qualified, but I have a lot of respect for people with lower qualifications because you know what, the character matters a lot. It's not just the qualifications. You know, you can be highly qualified, but if you lack the drive, you lack the personal values, you still can end up going nowhere, right? So this is my lesson to you today, and I hope that this sharing has been informative, right? I'm the Paperback Podcaster, and thank you for listening, and deeply appreciate your support. Thank you. Have a great day.